Okay, hello everybody. I want to welcome you to Psych 2314. Um, in this video, you'll see section 83001. This is a semester, or this is a section that runs during the spring semester at Richland. This is an on-site class, and most of what we're going to talk about in here is going to be rather brief and quick because I also address a lot of this content on site during our first or second class meeting. So when you enter our online component of this course in eCampus, you're going to see this welcome message. Okay, I did adopt the online template because a lot of our work will be submitted online. So I don't want you to panic if you see any reference to an online class. This isn't an online class, but since there is online work to be done in this class, for example, all of your assignments will be submitted online, and because of that, you do need to be familiar with what you might need to know if you were taking an online course. So I just want to make that clear for everybody. Okay, so this is the announcements page. This is the only announcement you're going to see throughout the semester. Most of the time I'll communicate via email. Okay, and since it is an on-site, on-campus course, we'll do a lot of talking in person. So if you have questions, feel free to talk with me. If you lose yourself in our course in eCampus, just let me know and I'll help you navigate, or drop by my office hour and I'll help you out. Okay, so where you want to begin is with the Getting Started tab. You'll see a Welcome to Psych 2314. It tells you a little bit about me, a little bit about this class. You go down, if you've found this video, you've entered in through the course orientation folder, and in this folder I place the video right here at the top. So it's not there right now. I'm in the process of making it, but this is where I will locate it when it's complete. Okay, the next tab you want to open, or the next section you want to open, is our syllabus and course information. So here you're going to find our SLOs. We talked about these during class. We also talked about our institutional goals and our assessment goals. And so all of that's right there, and we also talked about it on site. Now, where you will find your course syllabus is right here. There's an attachment, so be sure that you open that attachment and go ahead and read through that syllabus. This is what it looked like, or looks like, for the spring of 2019. You may be taking a different semester of this course, and so if you are, the date range might be different. There's a lot in that syllabus that might change as well, so make sure that you pay attention to your course syllabus. Okay, then references for point thruster activities or point thruster quizzes. In the past, I've called these article quizzes. If you see any reference to article quiz, know that I'm talking about point thruster quizzes. This is a gamification component that I've somewhat revised and reworked to fit with this class. And once again, you're going to want to open this list of references and keep this document saved on your computer or hard drive or cloud-based drive. Again, depending on the semester that you take, you may actually see different references. So these are the references that I'm using for the spring 2019, but that may update from semester to semester. And if you want the ebook, you can open it right here. I've had some students say that, I can purchase the ebook by using that tab. That's up to you. I'm always going to recommend that students get their materials from the bookstore, and in the bookstore, based on what the publisher and I talked about, you should be able to get the book and online access to the book for $100. Okay, my instructor information is here. It's also in the course syllabus. Feel free to email me whenever you have questions. The Lessons and Assignments tab and section will contain everything that you will actually submit for the course. So it will contain our assignments. It will contain some overview to those assignments to let you know what you need to complete in those units. But Our course is divided into these 4 units, so please progress through sequentially. That's very important in lifespan growth and development. We do progress through in a chronological rather than a topological order. So it's all chronological. We have our introduction, prenatal development, infancy first. The second unit is about childhood and adolescence. The third unit's about early and middle adulthood, and the fourth unit's about late adulthood, death, dying, and grieving. Okay, in Unit 1 and in all units, whenever you enter, you will find an overview. The overview will contain the tasks that you need to complete for that unit and the assignments that you need to complete for that unit. So be sure that you pay attention to the overview before you begin. One of the things that I'd like to do is once I complete a task, I'd want to highlight or check these tasks and assignments off in some way. Okay, the pre-unit assessment is here. If you open, and this is the only place where that folder is going to be because it's before you begin the class. We want to do something with critical thinking. So you'd open that folder and you'd see the pre-unit assessment on critical thinking. You open it and you'd read through the steps. And once again, depending on your semester, this may change a little bit. You may have the pre-unit assessment, you may not. Just make sure that you talk with me on campus at some point to make sure that you're seeing what's in this video. If something's not there, then it may be that in our course syllabus we've addressed that issue and we've maybe removed this assignment or added another assignment in place of this one. So just pay attention to your course syllabus, and where things might not make so much sense to you, go ahead and contact me. Okay, critical thinking video is there, and where you will submit your work is here. And what you do is you just open this, okay, and you're going to go down, and all you need to do once you have that document or file ready is you'll browse your computer and you'll submit that work as an attachment. And I prefer a document or a PDF file. So those two file types work well for me. Now, if you upload some odd file type, I may not be able to open it, and so I'm going to request that maybe you update your work. Okay, and then once it's there, you'll hit submit. All right, back to our lessons and assignments, and we're going to go back into Unit 1. And we go down here, and we're going to see our service learning project. Now, our service learning project is set up into 5 steps. The first step is the registration. The second step is the liability release. Both of those steps are due diligence steps where it takes all but 5 minutes just to get it done. I'll accept a screenshot or a photograph of the liability waiver, and then our Learning Center also needs those 2 works from you, the registration and liability waiver. So that's all I really need. Actually, with the registration, it comes in as a confirmation email. That's what I'll get. And there's some instructions there as well to kind of guide you through this process. Then the critical thinking exercise we're actually going to do together. And so that pre-unit assessment will build into this critical thinking exercise that we'll do to select a community partner. All right? And you can actually select, depending upon the semester. Most semesters, I've always done it this way. Maybe different for your section, but it hasn't changed in the spring of 2019, so I'll just go ahead and say this. I've allowed students to work on these service learning projects as groups or as individuals. So it's really up to you and your preferences and how you want to approach this assignment. Then you'll need your service learning log, and depending upon the semester might change the number of points, but right now it's worth 20 points, and it's a 3-hour service learning project. So depending upon the semester, it may change the number of hours, but I'm pretty satisfied with 3 hours thus far, so that's what we're going to go with. Then service learning presentation is typically at the end of the semester. All right, we are brainstorming whether or not we want to do that as a group or as individuals. And we'll talk about that more this semester in the spring of 2019. If you're in another semester, that may change a little bit depending upon how much available time we have and the size of our class. Okay, back into Unit 1. Then every unit is going to house PowerPoint presentations. So Unit 1's a little bit different in that the pre-unit assessment will not show in Unit 2, 3, or 4. Okay, that's just in Unit 1. And then the service learning project is in Unit 1. Okay, even though some of those assignments like the log and the presentation, we will not complete those assignments until the end of our semester. So keep that in mind that you will always come back to Unit 1 to submit your work for service learning. All right, but every other unit, units 2, 3, and 4, will have PowerPoint presentations, will have a point thruster quiz, and will have examinations. Okay, so keep that in mind. These are stable folders, but the first 2 folders are not. Okay, they're just in Unit 1. All right, so if you open up the PowerPoint presentations, you'll notice that you have a PowerPoint document. Okay, if I open that up, it should be in PDF form. All right, you can download this and rearrange the slides however you see fit. All right, but this is our PowerPoint document for the first presentation. All right, it also has an audio lecture that accompanies that PowerPoint presentation. So if you want to follow along as you work through those slides, go for it. Okay, if you want to listen to this audio lecture somewhere else, just make sure that you have available to you the time, and you also are in a location where it's safe enough to pay that kind of attention to the audio. All right, but in this unit, we're going to have 3 lectures. Okay, one on introduction to developmental psychology, one on biological beginnings, and then one on infancy. All right, in other units, you'll see different lectures. All right, so we go back into Unit 1's folder, and then we see that the point thruster quiz is there. So you open the file, and we notice it's not there. Okay, why is it not there? Well, in this particular section, it's not available throughout the semester. It's only available one day in the semester. Okay, it's an opportunity to just earn some additional points this semester. So it will be there, and it will be available on the day stated in the course syllabus. All right, so be sure that you pay attention to that course calendar at the end of your course syllabus. All right, Unit 1 examination. You see that the review is there, however, the exam is not. My exams in this particular section are available for a week, but depending upon the length of the term, that duration may change. So please pay attention to your course syllabus and when those exams become available as indicated by the calendar, and when they're due as indicated by the course calendar. Okay, if you want to take a look at the topics, the review is available, so you can open up that review and you see a list of topics. Now, for spring of 2019, these are the topics that we will cover. In a future semester, I may add some topics to this review, or I may take some away, just depending upon the relevance of that particular topic, or maybe article, or maybe there's some new findings and we need to update this this course in some way. So just keep that in mind, okay? These things can change, and this course is very likely to change over the next year or so. All right, so that's the way that all of the folders are set up. If you need to email me, you can email me here under the communication section. Okay, just send me an email straight from our class. Okay, or you can do it from your Outlook. Okay, you can go into Outlook or your Gmail or whatever you have and and send me an email from there as well. But you can send me an email directly from the class. Now, virtual office hours, these are scheduled office hours that you have scheduled with me because maybe you need some clarification about something, and we can schedule a virtual meeting so that you don't necessarily have to meet on site. Now, I will try to see if you can meet on site first, but if it's just not possible, we could set up like a 10 or 15-minute meeting in Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, and you could use your phone or smart device or computer, and I could sit at a computer or smart device and we could have a conversation. All right, there are also some resources down here available to you, such as an online tutoring section, a section for information related to our library and their services, some student resources that you might want to take a look at, some course tools, and some technical help and tutorials if you get lost using Blackboard. Okay, and then lastly, there is a My Grades tab. So if you open My Grades, you will see in here that these are the grades that are available to you, okay, to view at this point in the class. So some of these assignments aren't open yet. Okay, when they become open and available, then you'll be able to view them. Okay, all right. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. And I hope you enjoy this orientation video. I hope you find it helpful. If you ever have any questions, once again, you don't have to email. You could approach me at the beginning of class if we have some time. If not, I might say, hey, you know, we kind of need to wait and save this for the end. And then we could address it maybe at the end of class if you have time. If you don't, if you're in a hurry to get to another class, please visit me during my office hours or schedule one of those online meetings with me. I don't mind taking 15 minutes out of my day to have a conversation with you at a time we agree upon. All right. Well, everybody, have a wonderful day and take care.